As long as we don't jostle it too much, it should be alright. So there are some areas on here that aren't meant to be silver, but or metallic, but we're gonna go ahead and paint those as such anyway. You'll see once we go over their proper base coats, you won't even be able to tell. And that's one of the important things about working in layers, or good things about working in layers like this. So eventually, god dang it, everything gets covered up nicely. So I think since I won't stay on, I'll just have to bite the bullet and get paint on my hands, which I didn't want to do, especially while the paint is wet, because that means I'll have to go back over those areas again later to touch up what I've accidentally and incidentally scraped off. So, lately I've been sipping out of this bottle of pink Moscato, and it's really, really good. I like it. I'm not usually a fan of Moscato, but goodness gracious, this stuff was pretty A1. I mean, it wasn't like anything like super expensive or fancy, but it had really good taste, and you know, since it's sparkling, it's carbonated, it's kind of like drinking soda, which I really like soda, so I've been incidentally cutting soda out of my diet. And a lot of you that know me will be like, "What? You don't need to be on a diet. You're thin enough." And I'm like, Ugh, but it's not like controlled thinness. It's thinness from being lazy. So, but anyway, and it's not like I meant to cut soda out. It's just I've not had any soda, and I've not really gone out of my way to have soda. I mean, if it's there, then I might drink it, but I've not actually had soda for like at least a couple weeks. I mean, I don't count energy drinks as soda. I wonder, you know, that actually reminds me. Oh, I remember for a while you needed an ID to buy energy drinks because you know there was a health scare about them. You know, too many people were too many kids were drinking them, and like there's this one kid that had a heart attack from drinking Red Bull. Which I mean, if you're not used to it, I can see how that could happen, especially if you have an adolescent body. So it's like, you know, it's too much to handle. So, and I wonder if that was ever undone or if that's still in effect or what. Or maybe it's just some areas of the country where I live that's necessary. Alright, so that's one. And I think by now the first layer on the first bike is fairly dry. So we're going to go ahead and throw on that second layer real quick. So, you know, the purpose of doing things in layers like this is so that as they dry, you won't see the brush strokes very so apparently, and any areas that you missed previous to will will likely be hit this time around. So your painting looks fuller. There won't be any streaks or like areas that you obviously missed. Huh, I wonder. Okay, I don't know why there's almost no music playing, but whatever. I mean, it was playing, but it's really quiet for some reason. Anyway, so yeah, I'm really liking how quickly this is going. This second layer is going. Switching to a thicker brush really makes a difference. It's not so large that you can't get to where you need to, but you can cover a decent amount of area rather quickly. So I might have found my way into another D&D game. Well, D20 game. It's supposed to be a homebrew version, so that while you can essentially build characters by the book, you can kind of do whatever with them. A lot more freedom with it. Anyway, so in this setting, it's kind of like a postmodern world, like Blade Runner, and a there's been a resurgence of magic. Like something happened, and basically magic is real again. And you have people that are trying to fully embrace it, and you also have people that are trying to eradicate it from the world. Make technology be uh, the sole means of doing things. Especially since like not everyone can do magic. So it's like some people don't want others to have access to things that they can't have access to. It's like if I can't do this, why should you be able to? Kind of mentality. So I of course am playing wizard. And I think with this wizard, I'm going to make him a master of the unseen hand. So what does that mean? That means it's gonna have telekinetic powers, and I'm excited for that. I think that's gonna be pretty awesome. It's a lot of lead belcher right now. So it is now afternoon here, where I live. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. I hope that I hope that I'm contributing to it in some capacity, somehow making it better. That's one of my favorite quotes of all time by astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson. it goes learn something new at least learn one new thing every day and make the world a better place or something like that, you know. Do no harm and leave the world better off than it was before. Or so something like that, whatever. Neil deGrasse Tyson's guy is the man. He does, but he is human though. Like I remember one time, I think it was I forget what show it was. Basically, he arrived on set or on the show high. Like you could tell that he had smoked some marijuana prior to. You know, he was a lot more bubbly than he usually is. His eyes were red. I mean, it could be that you know he was laughing a lot hysterically at some jokes or something. That's possible, but I think he was high. Which you know, no judgment. It's not for me, but you know, I don't particularly care if other people choose to partake in medicinal drug use or recreational drug use. That's the word. I just know it's not for me. I don't like not being in control. With alcohol, it's a little different though. Like I'm pretty much very in control still when I'm under the influence. The only difference between drunk me and sober me is the amount that I talk. Like in person, if I'm sober, I don't really talk a lot. I'll carry a conversation if I have to, if I feel up to it. But otherwise, you know, I don't say much if I don't have to. Call me antisocial. Don't call me that. That's not my name. And someone made a beat out of a gun chambering around. It's too much. This world is too much sometimes. I don't know. Just kidding. I think I'll try to find another fly stand to use instead of this one because this one's so loose on here. You know, the other ones are kind of loose too, but they're not nearly so loose. I was trying to avoid using that word again, but I failed. I feel like DMX should be rapping to this. Man, I remember when he first hit the scene when it was like mainstream. It was crazy how popular he got, and then he kind of like went off into obscurity after a while. Like almost immediately after Aaliyah died. Like that was the chick that he rapped and that he would perform with. Like she was her own solo artist to be sure. You know, she had the chops to stand up on her own. But it was like yeah, DMX and Aaliyah.